A new shock to the scientific world and really to all of us. It is about the mysterious extinct human species, Homo naledi. The new discovery suggests that this species may have intentionally buried its dead.
We actually don't have the whole story of human evolution.
I mean, it looks like it might be a fragment of like the superorbital torus or something.
In the shadowy depths of our planet's past, amidst the whispers of ancient winds and the echoes of forgotten footsteps, lie enigmatic chapters of human history. Stories are etched in stone and the fabric of our DNA.
Now, a remarkable scientific discovery has been made in China. Researchers say they found the skull of what they believe is a new species of human, which could be our closest evolutionary relative.
These are the tales of beings lost in the labyrinth of time, yet profoundly integral to our understanding of who we are. From the mysterious Neanderthals, whose robust forms strode across primordial landscapes, to the surreal Denisovans, cloaked in mystery and genetic intrigue, join us as we unveil the Enigma 15 of the most mysterious extinct human species. Number 15. Homo habilis, the handyman. Homo habilis, known as the handyman, was a crucial part of human evolution. Discovered in the 1960s by Lewis and Mary Leakey in Tanzania's Olduvai Gorge, these early humans were a groundbreaking find, dating back to about 1.4 to 2.4 million years ago. What made Homo habilis stand out in the family tree of humans was their unique mix of traits. Unlike their more ape-like ancestors, they had longer arms suited for climbing, but they also had hands capable of precise grip, ideal for making tools. This was a big deal because for the first time, we had evidence of humans making tools, which was a simple yet revolutionary development. The stone tools, named Oldowan after their discovery site, were mainly used for cutting and scraping. Just imagine the moment when the first sharp-edged rock was picked up. It wasn't just a tool, it was the beginning of a new era. Their brain size, averaging about 610 cubic centimeters, was significantly larger than earlier hominins, suggesting an increase in thinking abilities. This brain growth, combined with tool use, likely played a crucial role in their survival strategies. In their daily lives, Homo habilis probably had a varied diet, including meat, which was somewhat new at the time. This shift towards a more energy-rich diet might have supported their larger brains. Homo habilis shared the landscape with other hominins, including the robust Paranthropus. Survival was tough. Predators were a constant threat, climates changed, and resources were always scarce. Yet, Homo habilis thrived, paving the way for the next stages of human evolution. Number 14. Homo heidelbergensis, the ancestral link. Homo heidelbergensis, an early human species, lived in Europe and possibly Asia from around 700,000 to 200,000 years ago. They were notable for their large brow ridge, bigger brain case, and a flatter face compared to earlier human species. This adaptation was crucial, as they were the first early humans to inhabit colder regions. Their shorter, wider bodies helped them conserve heat, allowing them to survive in these harsh environments. One of their remarkable achievements was the construction of shelters using wood and rocks, a skill that was previously unseen. They were also skilled at using fire, which was essential for warmth, cooking, and protection. Another groundbreaking aspect of their lifestyle was their ability to hunt large animals using wooden spears, showing advanced hunting skills. Discovered in Heidelberg, Germany in 1908, Homo heidelbergensis remains a subject of intrigue and mystery. Despite some insights into their way of life, many questions remain unanswered. For instance, it's unclear if Homo heidelbergensis was a single species or a combination of several unknown ones. Additionally, its place in our evolutionary path and any other adaptations that help them thrive in cold climates are still areas of ongoing research. Number 13. Homo erectus, the wanderer. Homo erectus, also known as upright man, likely stood as an ancient forebear of modern humans, existing from roughly 2 million years ago until about 100,000 years ago. Fossils of Homo erectus have been discovered in various places worldwide, spanning South Africa, Kenya, Spain, China, and Java, indicating a broad geographic range. Compared to earlier hominins, Homo erectus exhibited a diverse range of body sizes, similar to what we see in modern humans. They were the first among our ancestors to possess limb and torso proportions similar to those of contemporary humans, suggesting they had adapted to walking upright in open grassland environments. Their brain size averaged around 950 cubic centimeters, a significant step up from earlier species. Homo erectus distinguished themselves as the first humans to create and utilize hand axes, alongside other tools like choppers, cleavers, hammers, and flakes used for cutting and scraping. Moreover, it's believed that Homo erectus might have fashioned tools from materials that decay more easily, such as wood, bark, and even grass. This creativity might have extended to crafting string and rope from twisted grass, showcasing their ingenuity and resourcefulness in making tools suited to their needs and environment. Early Homo erectus primarily used simple stone tools that were likely used for scavenging meat. As time progressed, Homo erectus populations developed a wider array of stone tools, indicating a shift towards more active hunting practices. While meat was an important part of their diet, they likely also gathered plant resources, living as hunter-gatherers. There is some evidence to suggest that Homo erectus might have been the first human ancestor to control fire. Although the evidence is limited, researchers have found traces of ash and burnt bone fragments in sediment layers dating back 1 million years in Wonderwork Cave, South Africa. The extinction of Homo erectus may have been due to climate change. They predominantly lived in open woodland environments, but as these habitats transitioned into rainforests, their way of life would have been significantly impacted. The last known occurrence of Homo erectus dates back to 117,000 to 108,000 years ago in Ngandong, Java. Number 12. Neanderthals, our misunderstood cousins.
If we started to look at the problem from different angles, the answer would come back, it's Neanderthal.
Neanderthals, our closest extinct human relatives, have long been shrouded in mystery and misunderstanding. They lived primarily in Europe and Southwest Asia from around 400,000 to 40,000 years ago. Often depicted as brutish and primitive, recent discoveries have painted a more detailed picture. Physically, Neanderthals were robust with a sturdy build, well suited to the cold climates of the Ice Age. While their physical strength was impressive, it's their mental abilities that have captured attention. Their brain size was similar to ours, indicating a high level of intelligence. One of the most intriguing aspects of Neanderthals is their culture. They crafted complex stone tools and weapons, including the sophisticated Mousterian tool culture. Archaeological findings suggest they were skilled hunters, adept at hunting large prey. This required cooperation and strategic planning, indicating a level of social organization and cognitive ability. Contrary to earlier portrayals, Neanderthals were not primitive beings, but rather a complex and adaptable species with their own unique culture and skills. They were well equipped to thrive in the challenging environments they inhabited, showcasing a level of ingenuity and resilience that challenged previous misconceptions. Neanderthals were skilled toolmakers, creating a variety of tools for different purposes. They made scrapers for processing animal hides, awls for punching holes in hides to make clothes, and hand axes for cutting wood and bone. They also crafted tools for sharpening spears, killing and processing animals, and preparing food. In addition to these practical tools, Neanderthals also created non-utilitarian artifacts. These items, found alongside their remains and Mousterian tools, suggest a level of cognitive function beyond basic survival needs. Some artifacts were likely collected for their beauty or intrinsic value rather than for a specific use. Neanderthals showed artistic inclinations as well. They used ornaments, colorants, and bone tools decorated with designs. They also collected fossils, geological curiosities, feathers, claws, and shells, which they modified and possibly wore as adornments. They made incisions and simple designs on bones, stones, and even in cave art. For coloring, Neanderthals used naturally occurring pigments like red ochre and iron oxide. They mixed ochre with fat and applied it to shells, which they transported from their original locations. They also used black mineral pigments, particularly manganese oxides, which have been found at over 70 Neanderthal sites. One site, Pech de la Ziel, yielded over 500 black pigment fragments, half of which showed signs of use. There is even evidence suggesting that Neanderthals made music. A flute-like wind instrument with holes corresponding to a musical scale was discovered at a Neanderthal site in Slovenia, dating back 60,000 years. This finding, though controversial, implies a sophisticated level of cultural and artistic expression among Neanderthals. In Divya Babe Cave near Cerkno, a remarkable discovery was made that experts believe was created by Neanderthals. This finding adds to the growing evidence of Neanderthal cultural practices. Neanderthals also buried their dead, a behavior that some scholars interpret as evidence of ritualistic practices and possibly spiritual beliefs. The revelation of interbreeding between Neanderthals and modern humans has significantly altered our understanding of our shared history. Many people today carry traces of Neanderthal DNA, indicating that there was mixing between the two species. This suggests that the relationship between Neanderthals and modern humans was more complex and possibly even friendly. The presence of Neanderthal DNA in modern humans is a testament to this ancient interaction and highlights the interconnectedness of our species' histories. Number 11. Homo Rudolfensis. Homo Rudolfensis lived in eastern Africa around 1.9 to 1.7 million years ago. They were among the earliest human species, but evidence of their existence is extremely rare. Only one well-preserved fossil was discovered in Kenya in 1986. What sets Homo Rudolfensis apart is the size of their brain. The one fossil found had a brain size of 775 cubic centimeters, much larger than earlier species, indicating a significant increase in brain capacity. They also had a longer face and larger molar and premolar teeth, suggesting a connection to more recent human types. Due to the scarcity of fossils, our knowledge of Homo Rudolfensis is limited. It's unclear if they belong to the same lineage as modern humans or if they were a separate species that eventually died out. Their size, physical differences between males and females, and other aspects of their biology remain unknown. Despite these uncertainties, the discovery of Homo Rudolfensis challenges our understanding of early human evolution. Helps us remain vigilant, stay peaceful, and maintain our trust in God no matter what happens. After seeing the desert come to life, we're now stepping into a story where old prophecies and new changes mix. Chapter 3. The Awakening. Let's dive into 7 clues that could tell us the end times might be just around the corner. Think of it as looking up the spiritual forecast for our time. If we pay close enough attention, we'll be able to spot the fig tree blooming, which is a way of saying that God's kingdom isn't far away. This is only the beginning of what's predicted to come. The Bible is full of forecasts about what the future holds, and many of these predictions focus on Israel. However, the story of Israel is much more extensive than the country we know today. The Jewish people now are mainly from the tribe of Judah, one of the original 12 tribes of ancient Israel. By studying history, looking at what archaeologists have found, and interpreting biblical texts, we can figure out who the modern-day descendants of those ancient Israelites are. At the forefront are the people in the United States, the United Kingdom, and other English-speaking nations. Unfortunately, the Bible says these modern descendants will face tough times as the end times get closer. They'll go through conflicts, financial crises, natural disasters, and a breakdown in society. These problems will come from a drop in moral standards and widespread sinful acts, which will lead to divine punishment. The current situation in Israel is also quite tense, with threats coming from a nuclear-armed Iran to the east, the risk of chemical and biological attacks from Syria to the north, and terrorism from nearly every side. Nowadays, our communities are plagued by all sorts of immoral actions, like using bad language, lying, killing, stealing, cheating, and ignoring religious beliefs. The conversation also touches on Ephraim, the most dominant tribe in the northern kingdom of Israel, which consisted of 10 tribes, unlike the southern kingdom of Judah. Thus, the prophecies being talked about have a special significance for people in today's English-speaking countries, mirroring the end-time warnings given by Hosea. Expanding on this, the decline of English-speaking nations as a sign of approaching end times points to a broader narrative. The Bible's prophecies don't just predict future events. They offer a framework for understanding our place in history. For English-speaking nations, identified with the ancient tribes of Israel, the predicted hardships serve as
Homo floresiensis disappears roughly about 50,000 years ago, but we only have evidence from this one cave.
a wake-up call to assess and improve their societal values and behaviors. These nations, seen as modern descendants of Israel, are warned of the consequences of moral decay, including the breakdown of social norms and the rise in unethical conduct. Moreover, the situation of Israel, surrounded by threats on multiple fronts, exemplifies the geopolitical tensions foretold in biblical prophecies. These challenges are not just political, but are deeply spiritual, reflecting the ongoing struggle between good and evil, and the need for societies to uphold righteousness. The prevalence of wrongdoing in our societies, ranging from minor indiscretions to serious crimes, underscores the urgency of returning to moral and ethical principles. The biblical figure of Ephraim and the fate of the northern kingdom of Israel offer historical parallels for contemporary English-speaking countries. Ephraim's prominence and subsequent downfall serve as a cautionary tale for these nations today. The prophecies directed at Ephraim by Hosea in the Bible emphasize the consequences of forsaking spiritual values for materialism and idolatry, themes that are highly relevant in our current era. Looking back at history and studying what the Bible says about the future, we find an interesting prediction. This prediction is about a powerful group forming in Europe, made up of 10 nations or groups of nations. This group is expected to come together just before Jesus returns, creating a new version of the Holy Roman Empire. The Bible, especially in the book of Revelation, talks about this group and its leader as the beast. This beast is described as a scary monster with 7 heads and 10 horns, showing its powerful and final form. Daniel 11 talks about a ruler from the north, and Daniel 2 compares the 10 horns to the 10 toes of a statue, suggesting this group is the last version of this empire. Thinking about these signs, we're about to dive deeper, looking for secrets hidden all around us. Chapter 4. The shift of power. This upcoming power in Europe will mix politics and military strength. A key religious leader from a big church will help guide and unite these nations into a strong superstate. However, the Bible says this empire will be influenced by Satan, with its 7 heads and 10 horns all connected to him. People all around the world will end up worshiping this superstate and its leader. This political and military powerhouse will turn into a huge religious movement under Satan's control. The Bible describes a scene where one of the beast's heads seems to be fatally injured but then heals, shocking everyone and making them follow the beast. This is a symbol for the Roman Empire's falls and comebacks over the years. People will not only follow this empire but also worship Satan, who gives power to the beast. This system, called Babylon in Revelation 18, will also control the economy. The beast will speak arrogantly against God and will have the power to rule for 42 months, or 3.5 years, indicating a time of great trouble. As this new force rises in Europe, a major religious figure will lead a very influential but morally questionable church. This church,
they have small brains, and at the same time, they were using very primitive stone tools.
Is compared to a corrupt woman in the book of Revelation, involved in many wrongdoings and is led by the false prophet. On the other hand, Revelation 12 shows a woman representing Israel and the true church, which is pure and will join Christ when he returns. This true church's followers are shown as wearing fine linen, clean and bright. This discovery suggests that many of these variations could belong to the same species, but with different physical traits depending on their environment. To draw definitive conclusions about Homo Georgicus and its implications, more examples will need to be found. However, this discovery may lead to a significant revision of our understanding of human evolution. It could mean that the history of our species is more complex and interconnected than previously thought, requiring a rewriting of the entire narrative of human evolution. Number 7. Homo naledi. Homo naledi were a species of small hominins that lived in South Africa. Our understanding of them is relatively limited because they were only discovered in late 2015 during a single expedition. However, This expedition yielded an astonishing 1,550 specimens from at least 15 individuals. These specimens provide valuable insights into Homo naledi. They were small creatures, standing only around 4 feet 9 inches tall, with brains about the size of an orange, which is significantly smaller than ours. Despite their small stature, their anatomy suggests they were capable of traveling long distances with a human-like stride. However, they were more adept at climbing and moving in trees, indicating a preference for arboreal behavior over endurance running. Recent studies have suggested that Homo naledi may have buried their dead, used fire for light, and created engravings deep within cave systems in southern Africa around 300,000 years ago. If these claims are accurate, they would challenge our understanding of human beliefs, culture, and symbolism. Additionally, evidence of what appears to be a stone tool found near a deceased individual in the Rising Star Cave suggests that Homo naledi also used tools. Homo naledi became extinct around the time Homo sapiens began to inhabit southern Africa. Homo sapiens, with their larger brains and presumably superior intelligence, would have posed stiff competition for resources. This likely contributed to the disappearance of Homo naledi. Number 6. Homo luzonensis. In 2019, the discovery of the Homo luzonensis species in the CAO cave on the Philippine island of Luzon captivated the world and presented a fascinating puzzle in human evolution. This species is known from a small number of teeth and bones dating back to 50,000 to 67,000 years ago. Their discovery in Southeast Asia adds a new layer to our understanding of human diversity, as they display a mix of primitive and advanced features. Homo luzonensis challenges the conventional narrative of human evolution. While they had small teeth similar to modern humans, their fingers and toes showed similarities to ancient hominins like Australopithecus. This unique combination suggests a complex evolutionary history, possibly involving isolated groups of hominins evolving distinct traits. One of the most intriguing aspects of Homo luzonensis is its isolated location. Luzon has been an island for millions of years, raising questions about how and when these hominins arrived there. Did they intentionally cross the sea, or were they accidental voyagers cast away from their original habitats? The physical characteristics of Homo luzonensis, particularly their foot structure, suggest they were adept climbers. This trait would have been advantageous in the forested environment of ancient Luzon. Their ability to adapt to this unique habitat highlights the remarkable versatility of the hominin lineage. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. About 6 million years ago, a remarkable transformation unfolded on Earth. A branch of apes embarked on a journey of evolution, gradually shedding their arboreal habits for life on the ground. These early humans, the first of the genus Homo, traded the long arms of their ancestors for sturdy legs, enabling them to stand tall and venture into new, unfamiliar territories beyond the confines of the forests. As their bodies adapted to the challenges of this new lifestyle, their brains expanded in size and complexity. Armed with this newfound cognitive prowess, early humans began to fashion tools, master the art of fire, and construct shelters. These advancements marked a pivotal moment in our history, setting us apart from all other creatures. Fast forward to around 300,000 years ago, and the stage was set for the arrival of Homo sapiens, our species. However, we were not alone. At least 6 different human species roamed the Earth, each carving out their existence in a world teeming with life and fraught with challenges. It was a time of fierce competition and relentless struggle for survival, a time when the future of humanity hung in the balance. Are you convinced that we humans transformed from apes? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Number 5. Homo ergaster. Homo ergasterus considered one of the earliest human species that began to resemble modern humans. They were tall, slender, and had relatively little body hair compared to the apes from which they evolved. They lived in Eurasia and Africa from about 2 million to 1 million years ago, and researchers have various theories about them. Some scientists believe that Homo ergaster is the same species as Homo erectus, while others argue that Homo ergaster is a distinct species that is the ancestor of both Homo erectus and Homo sapiens, our species. Homo ergaster had long legs, a flatter nose, and a larger brain than earlier species, and they were believed to have grown up to 6 feet tall. We have limited information about how Homo ergaster lived, but we do know that they used large stone tools and utilized fire. However, it's unclear whether they controlled fire or merely took advantage of natural fires. The discovery of their tools and evidence of fire use suggests a level of sophistication in their behavior and adaptation to their environment. Understanding Homo ergaster is crucial in tracing the evolutionary path that led to modern humans. Their physical characteristics and tool use indicate a significant advancement in human development. Further discoveries and research may provide more insights into their way of life and their contributions to our evolutionary history. Number 4. Homo longi, the Dragon Man. Homo longi, nicknamed Dragon Man because of the Harbin cranium's discovery near the Dragon River in China, is a recent addition to the human family tree. Described in 2021, this well-preserved cranium dates back to at least 146,000 years ago, placing it in the middle of the Pleistocene era. This discovery is significant, as it may represent one of the closest relatives to modern Homo sapiens, potentially reshaping our understanding of human evolution in Eurasia. The Harbin cranium exhibits a unique combination of features, including a large brain case, broad face, and square eye sockets, but lacks a modern human-like chin. Its massive size and robustness set it apart from other contemporary hominins, including Neanderthals. These physical characteristics suggest that Homo longi was well adapted to its harsh, cold environment. One of the most intriguing aspects of Homo longi is its potential impact on the human evolutionary tree. Some researchers propose that Homo longi might be closely related to, or even part of, the Denisovan lineage. The Denisovans are elusive relatives of Neanderthals, known mostly for their genetic legacy in modern humans. This hypothesis is based on both the geographical proximity and the period in which Homo longi lived. The discovery of Homo longi challenges the predominantly Africa-centered narrative of human evolution, suggesting a more complex picture with multiple human species coexisting and interacting in Eurasia. The exact relationship of Homo longi to both Homo sapiens and Neanderthals is still a matter of active research and debate. The emergence of Homo longi raises intriguing questions about the diversity and interactions of the ancient human species. Further study of this remarkable find promises to deepen our understanding of human evolution and the complex paths our ancestors took across the globe. Number 3. Homo antecessor. Homo antecessor is a species that we don't fully understand yet. Some researchers believe it could be the direct ancestor of both Homo neanderthalensis and Homo sapiens. They are thought to have lived in Europe and Africa between about 1.2 million and 800,000 years ago. Fossil fragments have been discovered in the Atapuerca Mountains of Spain and at an archaeological site called Happisburg in England. The fossils found in Spain are particularly significant because they are the oldest ones discovered in Europe so far. Homo antecessor's teeth were similar to those of Homo erectus, but their faces had distinctive features more similar to modern species, such as a flattened nasal region and a facial depression above the canine tooth known as the canine fossa. This combination of modern and primitive traits led to the classification of a new species, but not all experts agree with this decision. Some anthropologists argue that the fossils could belong to children who, instead of showing distinct features, simply needed more time to grow before resembling an already known species. Despite the debate, there is still much to uncover about Homo antecessor. Questions remain about whether they truly existed and where exactly they lived, especially since their fossils have only been found in specific regions. Further research and discoveries may shed more light on this mysterious species and its place in the evolutionary timeline of humans. Number 2. The Red Deer Cave People. The Red Deer Cave People, discovered in the Red Deer Cave and Longland Cave in China, present a fascinating puzzle in human evolution. These remains, dating back as recently as 11,000 to 15,000 years ago, challenge our understanding of the diversity and timeline of the human species. This discovery is significant because it suggests that there were more human lineages coexisting in Asia alongside modern humans than previously believed. The physical characteristics of the red deer cave people combine archaic and modern traits. They had a prominent brow ridge and thick skull walls reminiscent of ancient hominins. However, their frontal bone and brain case bear a closer resemblance to modern humans. This blend indicates a complex evolutionary history, possibly representing a late surviving group of an unknown hominin species. What sets the red deer cave people apart is their unique cultural context. Evidence of cooked large mammal bones, including red deer in the caves, suggests that they were skilled hunters and gatherers, adapting effectively to their environment. This adaptability is crucial for understanding how different human species managed to survive and interact in the changing landscapes of the past. The debate about the exact place of the red deer cave people in the human family tree continues. Are they a new species, a regional variant of Homo sapiens, or a relic population of a more ancient lineage? Their recent coexistence with modern humans raises questions about possible interactions and cultural exchanges between different human groups. Further research and discoveries in the field of paleoanthropology may provide more insights into the lives of the red deer cave people and their significance in human evolution. Number 1. Ardipithecus Ramus. The fossil record indicates a close relationship between humans and apes, with Ardipithecus Ramus representing one of the earliest species in which this separation is observed. Living in eastern Africa approximately 4.4 million years ago, Ardipithecus Ramus was first discovered in 1994. Its skeletal structure suggests features like a large toe and rigid foot, potentially enabling upright walking. The pelvis also shows adaptations for both walking and climbing trees. Researchers believe that Ardi, as it is affectionately called, represents a common ancestor of humans and African apes, distinct from chimpanzees. Interestingly, there were minimal differences between male and female Ardipithecus Ramus individuals. Due to the age of these early humans, intact fossils are rare. Despite over 110 specimens being found in Ethiopia, determining their exact role in early human development remains challenging. However, ongoing advancements in analytical tools offer hope for discovering better preserved specimens. Such discoveries could help definitively resolve the debate surrounding when our species diverged from the ape lineage to become Homo sapiens. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.